Hello, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. This chapter is going to be chapter 4. It's going to be talking about my life, so from my birth all the way up until when I got my first sort of proper job, and then that'll be chapter 5 with the job. But yeah, we're just going to talk about my early life. I was born on the 2nd of March 2001. I should have actually been an April baby. I was born 5 weeks premature. Yeah, my mum was 41 years old when she had me at the time. She was 42 in that May of that year. So it was quite an awkward birth.
You'd have liked me, Mum. You'd have liked her. Mum used to say she had a bad time with me. Said she was in labour for 36 hours, and then nurse noticed they hadn't taken the tights off. That's not a joke, that's true. I know people think I'm odd, you know, but I'm not. I think everybody's odd. You, what hand you out your bum with, you? Go on, what hand you out your bum with? The right hand. You see I use toilet paper, eh? Hey, who's odd now? You odd.
So yeah, I mean that's a joke, but well, it was actually an awkward birth. I think I was upside down or something. I weren't breathing properly when I came out. I was on like the ventilator or whatever it is. Well, that might be why I don't have a connection with my mum in a way, like emotionally. I don't know. I'll get onto that, but yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any major like health issues or learning difficulties or anything like that. So I mean, it's miraculous that we're still here, to be fair. But moving on, my name. It starts with an M. I won't say it. I want to say it. No, that was a bad Trump impression. It starts with a bitch. No, no, it's Mitch. Well, some say I have a backwards name. Usually Mitchell's like a surname. But I mean, I have always done things backwards, so I mean, it's only fair, I suppose. Which you'll see from these videos. But I mean, if we're going on based on Trump and we're going based on namings, I mean, if Donald Trump is the ruler of the world, I mean, I've just got to step up on Trump as it is. You know what I mean? He's like God. I mean, that's a step above. No, I'm only kidding. By the way, I'm not crazy. I don't know. There's these. Well, I'll get onto those influencers who claim to. Well, not in this video. Claim to speak from God and do that. That's not even happened. I mean, I don't. Can someone proclaim they are God? Well, I'm not saying that people aren't God, but I feel like a title of that sheer like magnitude, like God. I feel like that would have to be given about from the people surrounding that entity or figure first. You know, because that's like the biggest title there is, like God. Like, can you give yourself that title? I don't know. We're getting a bit off track. I found this screenshot. What if God showed up one day, casually said it's pronounced Jod, and then just dipped? Oh, that's funny. But yeah, these naming. I've got Donald Trump, lesbian Donald Trump who fucks unicorns with his tits. How did that get 19 upvotes? That is beyond me. Well, I like all the Mitches. r/Mitch. But I took a screenshot and then I went back to it whilst I was making this video. What's up? You know how it is. Exactly. You know. Chilling. A swell day in the Mitchverse. Exactly. Just how it is. Just chill. So yeah, school life. I don't really know where to start with that. I mean, we're not overly quiet, but I don't know, maybe like slightly sensitive, I suppose. But that we'll get into that more so as the video, as the video series unfolds, because there is some other like theories and things. But I mean, when I went the most popular, I went unpopular. I don't know, just like an average guy, really. Nothing too special. I mean, I was fairly smart at GCSE. Well, it was more so a memory game at GCSE. I did enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed maths and science quite a bit. Like I remember, like maths was my best subject, and then I was actively like wanting to, because I actually enjoyed me at GCSE, and then A level it just went. Oh, it just went downhill from there. Like I was once like the smartest in maths, and I was like, I was like the stupidest person in the class. Like no lie. At A level, it was. I don't know. It was. I don't know, because I feel like GCSE was like 2 years of content like spread over three, whereas A level was like 3 years of content spread over two. It was just, and like once you'd done a topic and moved on, that were it. And it was, I don't know, it just didn't get off to a good start, and it didn't end with a good, didn't end good either. Um, but yeah, I'd sit there in maths, and then they'd put a question on the board, and then everyone would like pick up the pen and start like having a go at it, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know where to start. Couldn't. I did try my best at. I do try in all the exams. I didn't give up, but it was just bad. But yeah, I do like maths. Um, yeah, it just sort of went downhill, and then it was. I applied for. Well, that's another thing with A level. It was more. It was only catered towards. Well, it felt like it was only catered towards people who wanted to go to uni. Like that was the fore focus. I was like, I kind of already made my mind up that I didn't want to go to uni. But after GCSE, well, I still wanted to stay in school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but going from A level to like anything other than uni was like, I don't know, the support just was like non-existent, really. Um, so I did apply to a few things, like because I did a workplace experience during A level at one of my relatives' workplace at a rail company, which was really good actually. It was a fun week. I mean, that must be a while back now, but I enjoyed that there. But yeah, I applied for like Hitachi Rail, like an engineering technician apprenticeship. That didn't happen. So I did add well, because I was on Google Maps looking at the buses, and I was trying to put a marker down, and it was bringing me. I was like, oh, that the road's not extended on there, so I got that. I got the road added at £10 walk. If anyone ever wanted to know that, but yeah, I was at. Um, I came top of this. They did like a mock interview thing in Rosso. Um, and I somehow got an award for that. I don't, I don't know. I've always like sort of talked to people as if I was in like an interview. Like I used to do this when I was younger. I don't know. It's because I watched a lot of YouTube video or vlogs or something. I've never done content creation myself. So yeah, so it got that. So I applied for the high speed rail because they built a new college for HS2. Well, I don't know if it was slightly separate, but yeah, I emailed that guy back who did the interview. Um, it went quite well. Um, and then it kind of went downhill. Well, I also applied for Iceland. I got an interview there, but I don't know if they might have thought that I was going off to uni, perhaps, and that he didn't want me on. But I would have liked that job. They might have thought I'd have only been there a few months and then I was going, so maybe that was the reason. But yeah, the HS2. I mean, it's a nice building. To be fair, it's a shame to waste it, really. I mean, it might open, but who knows? But yeah, and then I was proper distraught after I couldn't get any jobs or anything. And I was again getting pressure from my mum, and I was trying, but the rejection from applying, and it was like, I mean, it's just awful, isn't it? It's terrible. And then I was in a desperate spot, and well, there was this company. It was well, it's not a scam, but it's. I mean, you sort of pay for it, and then there's like Cisco IT technician sort of courses, and then you do the sort of course, pass it, and then they sort of enroll you with a job. You sort of have to pay for it monthly. And I mean, I didn't have any money at that time. Like 87 quid. I was like I cannot afford that. I'm gonna have to get another job somewhere. And it was a stress of trying to find money which put me into that situation. And it was the same again as I am right now. And after leaving my job back in April this year, and that's a common theme of what makes me is the stress of not having the money. That's which I'll touch on money in another video. But yeah, it's kind of like MLMs in a way, where people in maybe like a vulnerable spot, you don't question things, and it's easy to fall for scams. And I've fallen for scams myself, so I like these people who judge people for falling for scam. I mean, this weren't necessarily a scam, but I weren't really looking at the full thing because they're in the terms and conditions, and it was like if you log into they'd send you a login details for the platform or whatever, and as soon as you're logged in, apparently that in the terms it was, once you've logged in you cannot be issued a refund or something. Whether or not that was legal or not, I mean, I could have fought it if I wanted. I just had to say, we'll chalk that up to a mistake, and we'll just have to fucking power through and find something else. So I did apply for an apprentice office assistant job. This is at the bathroom company, which that we'll get onto in the next video. But I'll just wrap it up here with But yeah, the interview was. I mean, now I've seen the red flags, I can probably talk about them a bit. Because yeah, the interview was too easy in a sense. But I was sort of like young and naive. Like that was like my first, or maybe like second interview apart from Iceland. So I didn't know what I was looking out for. I didn't know what was good, what was bad. I was just desperate. I just wanted a job, and I fell into this job, and it was abusive. But I needed the money, and it's just this twisted cycle of shite. Yeah, well, the phone interview went really well. I remember telling him about, like, part of my grades are in numbers, part of them are in letters, because we were the first year that trialled it out. Confusing, and then he invited me in for an interview. Well, he was talking about the company, but it was kind of vague. It was, yeah, I'm trying to remember it again. This is what I mean. I kind of need someone to ask me questions, or like an interview. So I'm just trying to like ask questions myself and then answer them, which is quite. It's a little bit difficult. But yeah, and then he invited me back like a couple of days later. Like, any questions? Like, I came back. No, I don't really have any questions. I was just like, I just need a job. Like, so that I just fell into that, and yeah, I started working. I think it was like Halloween, October, and that was like when it was the end of October. Yeah, like sort of the 30th, 31st, something like that. And then I think that was that when the floodings were happening in Doncaster, or like that. And then COVID happened. Oh, it's just a downward spiral. But yeah, and then we didn't. I mean, we started working there, and then we didn't enroll onto the apprenticeship scheme until like it was like in January. I don't know if that was to sort of test if you would stick around and if you were malleable for him to like, for the abuse, seeing how sort of willing you were to help, and I was too willing, which that's what I'll get into in the next bit, I suppose. But yeah, I'll touch more on what my job was in the next episode. I'll wrap it up here. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.